Okay, so I've got replay analysis here for JO. I believe this is in a six-man's game. Everybody's partied up, but it did say 4v4, so I'm pretty sure this is a six-man's game. So I'm assuming you're in comms for this, so I'm going to make all of my judgments based on that fact. Okay, I don't think we can really say this is anybody except this guy's fault. He just misjudged it. He should have just put it back into the corner instead of trying to control it. And yours are 1-0 down. That's unfortunate. I wouldn't have turned for that. You turn here, which is fine, but then Razor goes up wall. You're starting to turn back, which is fine, but as soon as you see that you're 100% being beaten to the ball by Trixie here. As soon as you see that slam against the ceiling, all you wanted there was the ball to like kind of hover out into mid, and then you could have challenged it. But as it just slams into the ceiling there, you need to immediately turn your car left here and maybe rotate back into the back post so your teammate can get the next hit, not Razor, your other teammate. So you jump up, you get beaten to the ball. Your teammate ends up getting the hit anyway, so you would have just been back now where Razor is. It would have been a better play. Bit of miscommunication there. I can only assume that nobody said anything in comms, or yeah, it's not close enough for you to go for the ball. And does he have any boost? He's got 41 boost. He really should be going straight back up for that to contest, but he decides not to. Weird touch there as well. So I'm just trying to think, can you hear anyone? You can't hear anyone around you, so I don't know why you'd assumed you needed to do this weird touch. I'm gonna watch it from Razor's point of view. Yeah, you don't need to jump at all there. Like if you're like you're pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you knew that there was nobody coming. If you catch that ball, you can start dribbling it or get a flick straight away. I'm guessing you tried to tap it into Razor. Yeah, no, it just wasn't good enough of a hit. I think you pushed a little bit too far up there, so if you see here, you keep driving past this boost pad. If you stop a little bit before this boost pad, or even slow down, so like if you stop like there, like slow down to pretty much complete stop, I don't think you're gonna get demoed. I don't know where the other guy was, or whatever. Yeah, El Chapo's not coming for you. You're fine. You're not getting demoed. Um, so if you stop around here or here, you have a much better hit on this. Instead, you have to have a 50 and you get beaten. So I think that just might have been autopilot, where you just kind of jump a little bit too far up. I'll critique this, even though I know you had no boost. No one's challenging you here. You can see after Dalek's shot that he is not going to be able to get another hit on this. If you just do a light jump and just get it to land in front of you, either your teammate will take over, because you can hear him behind you. I believe it's Razor. You can hear him coming up behind you. He probably has boost. If you just stop it like right where your car is, you can either then flick it away nice and quick, or force a low 50, or Razor can take the ball and bring it away. Instead, you hit it right over to El Chapo, which is honestly, it was a tough hit if you were going to decide to hit the ball, but like I just think you shouldn't have decided to hit the ball there. Oh, what happened here? And then you panic and jump, which wasn't really blocking the goal at all. I think it's better here if you just turn straight back towards goal and see if you can react to save it, because that pre-jump isn't doing anything. Yeah, again, you know you're going to get beat here. Look at Dalek's positioning here. There's no way he doesn't go for this ball. He sees that a Funky Falcon can't go straight away again. 10 times out of 10 he's going to go, or 9 times out of 10 he's going to go for that ball, and even if he doesn't go for that ball, it's so low percentage for you, you're not going to score from there. The ball is, you're at such an awkward angle to do anything really. Maybe bring up the wall, but even then Trixie's probably going to head back for this corner boost. He decides to stay and they get a good clear away. He did well there to get that away. Unfortunately, he couldn't get the pass. Again, I think you're just a little bit, like, I think you're just kind of cruising a little bit too far forward, expecting the best. This is a really, really easy hit for Dalek to at least pop the ball up. I know he's backwards, but this is... I don't know many of these players, but I think I know Razor. And if this is anything to do with yours or Razor's playstyle or play level, he should be hitting that every time. So if you're like a little bit further back here, you can jump up for this and maybe push it to the left wall, and you'd have possession. I think you hesitated there. You see this little jiggle? I can tell this little jiggle here you do with your car is you deciding whether or not you want to go. That little jiggle there. Just go in that, because you can see your teammates are back. Razor's heading back. I don't know where the other guy's all the way over there, but Razor is definitely heading back, and any shot that they're gonna get, unless you 50 it into a perfect pinch into your top left corner, Razor pretty much has it sorted. So I would recommend just don't hesitate. That's the worst thing you can do. You either go or don't go, but don't get caught in between two minds. That's one really important thing to know. I like that turn. I guess I'll compliment on things that I like as well. So you notice straight away that El Chapo could possibly be getting the ball ahead of Funny Falcon, and you decided to go back, or like at least prevent an easy goal for El Chapo if he was going to get it on target. So I'd like to see that more. Like there was, like I said already, 2 times I believe in this match where you could have done that and you didn't. So that's good. Nice jump. Unlucky with the shot, really. You know yourself, if you're just a tiny bit higher there, you'll knock it down, but that's hard to judge while you're doing it. In this high level gameplay, I'd like to see you go up the wall here and try and get it clear. If you don't think you can get to the wall and drive up on time, then try and fly up the wall and let it tip off, or fly up to the wall and catch it on the wall, or let it hit the tip of your car as you fly up and just kind of knock it into the wall, if you know what I mean. It's so risky to give them a possible free hit here. If El Chapo reads that you're not going for that ball straight away, he is a free shot. Instead, he looks like he's going for a demo. Trixie's is a free hit. And they blow the possession. Yeah, they just about missed. They probably could have scored though. So again, I think that's because you just gave them a little bit too much time by not going for the ball. Good push. Yeah, no, I was just seeing Razor's position there to see if you could have got a better pass, but you weren't sure if he was going to turn. It was a decent hit anyway. It makes the defense have to do something, so that's fine. It's a good attempt at a pass as well. Gets you a goal as well, so there you go. Yeah, well done there to get the small boost pads. You're in an awkward situation. That's a good rotating behind. I like that. Perhaps could get a better hit here. So, just gonna take a quick look in fly. Yeah, so that guy's all the way over there. You know that they have the defender back in that corner, and El Chapo is retreating. I don't know how quickly you realize that El Chapo is retreating, but once you see that he is, I'd like to see a further. I'd like to see you take a little bit more time to boom this further towards the midfield so that Funky Falcon can try a redirect. Or if you just tap it against the side wall, maybe try get a dribble off. But I don't know how viable that is because you don't know when El Chapo is going to flip. But yeah, I think if you take a tiny bit more time, you definitely have enough time there to get a decent hit down to Funny Falcon. Um, down to say roughly where the second boost pad on our screen is, a second from the left. And Funny Falcon has boost, he could definitely go for a shot there. But instead, it's a weird contest and they get the ball. Good speed. I'm actually going to go back on this. So, let's see here. So, I'd like to see you going up the wall already here. So, straight up the wall to your right. Where's your teammate? Your teammate, well, you one teammate in net and one teammate pushing the ball. The teammate in net can deal with anything that comes through the middle, and you can really well deal with anything that comes up towards the wall. It does actually come up towards the wall. Razor decides to cut for some reason there, which might have screwed you up, but I would have preferred to see you on the wall straight away there. Nice, good retreat. I'm assuming if you're going for the ball here, I'm assuming you knew that they had messed up and you had a free hit on this. I don't know. Maybe you just wanted to try go for the 50 there. In that case, I don't know. I think you can aim this at net. You can see very clearly that Trixie and El Chapo are knocking themselves all over the place here. It's unfortunate you get bumped here by Dalek, which you could definitely have avoided. You just obviously weren't paying attention. And you had a free net there. You definitely could have scored it as well. There, okay, definitely again. So your teammate comes and misses the ball, so I understand then why you decide to turn on it. I can see on the left-hand side of my screen here that your teammate is right there. As he actually comes closer, you see him there, and you still decide to hit the ball right into midfield where the other team could definitely have caught onto it and score. So it was the right idea to turn initially because your first teammate missed it, but then you should be able to recognize quicker that your second teammate is closer to the ball and not ready for your pass. Infield passing is very dangerous in twos, and also when there's only two of you in the play, of course, because the first guy was gone. Yeah, again, you didn't need to fly for that. So this, I don't know, maybe you guys wanted to kill the ball, but you guys have boosts. There's two players there out of position. If you don't fly for this, you can definitely catch it, bring it to the wall, maybe dribble it. You have so much time here. Their third player is about to respawn. in the next couple of seconds, and their two players are all the way in your back left corner. You can bring that over to the right. You can try an air dribble, ceiling shot, whatever. You have a really good chance there at a 1v1 dribble. So try recognize that space a little bit more. Good challenge. That's unfortunate. Good position in there. Good to wait for that pass. Yeah, maybe. So I know I was saying earlier how you were a little bit too far forward, and now I think you're a little bit too far back. So this hit here, Funky Falcon, you can see that he might get beat, but if he's getting beat, it's not going towards you. I know you can see Razor on your left here, but this isn't going to be a shot because Funky Falcon's blocking that shot. There's no way there's going to be a speedy enough shot that you cannot save from this. So I would like to see you turn a little bit earlier and actually to your right. So a left turn here, I suppose, to the right hand side of the pitch right now. And you might have been able to beat him or go up the wall and challenge him from there. That's fun. Yeah, this here, I'm just trying to see where your teammates were. Again, you're in comms, so really they should be saying, Funny Falcon should be saying mid. If he's not saying mid, I understand why you went for what you went for. Where are you at? But I would, if you're hitting this into the wall there is the easiest place for them to defend it. So if you hit this mid, and your teammate goes onto it, that's a possible shot opportunity. You're hitting this low into the ground is not going to help your team. If you try and boom this into the corner, more specifically the bottom kind of curve corner, that can bounce up towards the top of the enemy's goal, making it tough, especially since all three of them are on the ground. There's nobody on the backboard for the other team right now, which means if you can get the ball over the goal, you have a really high percentage goal scoring opportunity for your teammates. But instead, yeah, you hit it straight down into them. There's two of them even there to stop it, and it becomes a bit of a messy play. I just want to see where Razor was here because I think this was Razor's ball that you turn on here. Yeah, it was Razor's ball and he decided not to go for it because he knew he was going to get beat. So he's backed off here. Doesn't necessarily mean that you should be going for it because he's backed it off because he knows that there's no point in going for that challenge. So he was the smart one there, and unfortunately you took yourself out of position, forced yourself into that weird save. Lucky with the flick. Really nothing you can do there because your teammate just left the ball. So he's ended up winning the game. Well done. But your teammate, yeah, like again, I'm gonna criticize you here, but I don't like you were put into an awful position. If this loads, yeah. So a Funky Falcon really should be turning on this ball. There, he should be turning right and following it down, but I guess he thinks you're already in the back right corner. So as soon as he leaves that, maybe start boosting all the way up, close the distance with Dalek there, make it harder for him to get the ball around you. I know that if you start boosting, he's going to boost a little bit harder as well. So it might still be the same outcome, but I I don't think he would have beaten you this much if you had full boosted. This opportunity right here is really dangerous, especially because Funky Falcon, you didn't know where he went because him dodging that ball there, possibly going for a corner boost or something. he was not putting himself in a good situation. Yeah, so I would have liked to see you rush that ball a little bit more. Rushed it at the start and then controlled your final challenge contest on the ball. You probably could have won it, or maybe even just put it up the wall, making it easier for your teammates to get it out of there, making it harder for the other team to score, really. Um, but somehow you guys fake that ball there. Razor knocks it a bad pass over to you, but it ends up being a great pass over to Funky Falcon. El Chapo's out of position. So well done on the win. I guess I'll just go over the key points there. I probably should have written these down actually. So um, again, it's really, really common at this rank. One of the biggest things that people do is just creeping forward a little bit too far forward. Um, so just be sure that you're giving yourself enough space for that possibility of a slightly harder hit than you expected. Um, then that works in reverse as well for the going back. You don't want to separate yourself from the play too far unless you know that they're going to be able to boom it all the way to your backboard. Um, so there was one instance, I believe, where I said that. Um, yeah, I think it's just the decision making. I've already kind of forgot some of the things that I went over, but I know that there's a lot of things that I stopped there and highlighted that were uh, all related to the same thing. So hopefully this helps. I'll upload this now onto YouTube unlisted. I'll send you the link on, and you can tell me what you think.